Why missiles in Cuba? There are many reasons for the placement of the communist missiles in Cuba. Cuban exiles would come over to America to learn how to fight. The exiles hated Castro and wanted him gone from Cuba, so Americans trained them and sent them on missions to assassinate Castro. The Bay of Pigs was an order of the Kennedy administration using the Cuban exiles trained from the CIA. This was the first major attack on Cuba from America, which led Castro to believe that he needed more protection for his country. After the failure of the Bay of Pigs, the CIA continued to try and assassinate Castro and overthrow the Castro regime. Operation Mongoose was the code name for these plans, and the end goal was for Cuba to have a government more acceptable to the U.S. Another reason for missiles in Cuba was so the Soviet Union had missiles so close to the U.S. like the U.S. had in Turkey. The missiles in Turkey were placed there earlier in 1961. The USSR wanted equivalent power with the nuclear missiles because they felt surrounded. Kennedy, during his election, was saying that he was going to close the missile gap, but in reality, the U.S. was already in the lead and the Soviet wanted to catch up to them. Khrushchev and Castro had a secret meeting to discuss putting Soviet nuclear missiles in Cuba to deter and to stop future invasions of Cuba. They began building the missiles in the summer of 1962, but the U.S. found out about them from aerial pictures. Cuba had numerous amounts of medium to long-range missiles.